Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Today we delve into a topic that resonates deeply with many of us. 16 Stoic Lessons to Avoid Being Manipulated. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This profound insight lays the foundation for our exploration today, as we uncover the subtle signs of manipulation in our relationships and learn how to respond with wisdom and strength. In this video, we'll guide you through 16 essential lessons that will not only help you identify when you're being taken advantage of, but also empower you to cultivate healthier, more authentic connections. These lessons are more than just advice. They are tools for personal growth and happiness, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy and tailored for the challenges of our contemporary world. But why should you care about this? Because you deserve to be surrounded by people who value and respect you, not those who see you as a means to an end. It's about creating a life where your kindness is appreciated and your boundaries are respected. So as we embark on this enlightening journey together, I invite you to reflect. Have you ever felt manipulated in a relationship? How did you handle it? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's foster a community of support and wisdom. Remember, your journey towards personal growth and happiness is not a solitary one. We are here to navigate these waters together, applying the timeless principles of Stoicism to our modern lives. So, hit the subscribe button, join our Stoic community, and let's transform the way we interact with the world around us. Number 1. Absence in critical moments. Imagine you're basking in the warmth of success and happiness, surrounded by friends who share in your joy. However, when the skies of your life darken and you find yourself in need, these same friends vanish like shadows at dusk. This is a profound lesson about the nature of fair-weather friendships and the importance of recognizing them for what they truly are. These individuals, who seem so present during your triumphs, often see relationships as mere tools for their own benefit. They are akin to actors, perfectly playing their roles when the script favors them, but disappearing when the narrative demands more than they're willing to contribute. Their absence in your times of struggle is not just a disappointment, it's a resounding declaration of their true intentions. Stoicism, a philosophy that encourages seeing the world as it is, not as we wish it to be, offers a powerful lens through which to view these situations. It's not about harboring bitterness, but about gaining clarity and maintaining self-respect. Reflect on these relationships with a mind unclouded by illusion. Remember, the strength of a bond is truly tested, not in times of joy, but in moments of adversity. When someone consistently fails to be there for you in your times of need, it's a clear signal to reevaluate their place in your life. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listen to the silence of their absence. It speaks volumes. Your worth is not diminished by another's failure to recognize it. Focus instead on nurturing relationships with those who remain steadfast, not only under the bright sun, but also amidst the raging storm. These are the connections that truly matter, the ones that withstand the tests of time and hardship. In the words of Seneca, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Embrace these trials as opportunities to discover and appreciate the genuine, enduring relationships in your life. This lesson teaches us the importance of discernment in our relationships. It's a call to action to surround ourselves with people who value us for who we are, not just for what we can offer them in times of prosperity. As we continue on our Stoic journey, let us carry this wisdom with us, using it to forge deeper, more meaningful connections that enrich our lives and bolster our resilience against manipulation. Remember, in the theater of life, it's not the number of actors on stage that counts, but the sincerity of their performances. Number 2. Disregard for your emotions or needs. In the realm of human interactions, the art of not being manipulated is akin to navigating through a labyrinth with wisdom and resilience. This journey is particularly poignant when we encounter the subtle yet profound challenge of emotional neglect, a manipulation tactic that can erode our inner peace and self-worth. Imagine you're sharing your thoughts and feelings, but they seem to dissolve into thin air, unheard and unacknowledged. Or picture yourself in need of support only to be overlooked as if you were an inanimate object in the room. This behavior isn't mere oversight. It's a calculated strategy to diminish your significance, a stark contradiction to the Stoic virtues of mutual respect and empathy. The person employing this tactic becomes a dubious artist, crafting your emotional landscape with strokes of neglect and apathy, while your own palette of needs and desires remains untouched. A glaring signal that something is amiss in the dynamic of your relationship. To counteract this manipulation, it's crucial to attune to your inner voice, that gentle yet persistent whisper that alerts you to the discord between your values and your current reality. Recognize that you are not a mere spectator in someone else's narrative, but the protagonist of your own life story. Asserting your feelings isn't about provoking conflict, but about affirming your worth and boundaries. If your attempts to communicate are consistently ignored, it may be time to reassess the relationship and consider distancing yourself from those who fail to acknowledge your value. Seek out companions who not only listen, but truly see you, fostering a reciprocal relationship where both parties' needs and emotions are validated and cherished. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-respect and inner fortitude, offers invaluable guidance for recognizing and addressing emotional neglect. It reminds us that self-respect is the cornerstone of teaching others how to treat us with dignity. In some cases, the most liberating action we can take is to sever ties with those who refuse to recognize our worth. Let's reflect on the story of Cato the Younger, a paragon of Stoic virtue. Cato's unwavering commitment to his principles, even in the face of manipulation and political pressure, underscores the importance of standing firm in one's convictions. Despite being surrounded by adversaries who sought to undermine his influence, Cato remained steadfast, his resolve unshaken. His life teaches us that true strength lies in our ability to remain true to ourselves, even when others seek it to diminish our spirit. Drawing inspiration from Cato's example, we learn that the essence of combating manipulation lies not in external confrontation, but in nurturing our inner resilience and self-respect. By doing so, we shield ourselves from the corrosive effects of emotional neglect and manipulation. This journey of self-empowerment begins with recognizing our worth and asserting our needs with confidence and clarity. In conclusion, the path to avoiding manipulation and fostering healthy relationships is illuminated by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. It teaches us to honor our emotions and needs, to listen to our inner voice, and to cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and empathy. By embracing these principles, we can navigate the complexities of human interactions with grace and strength, ensuring that we remain the authors of our own stories, dignified and unswayed by the manipulative tactics of others. Let us carry forward the lessons of Stoicism, applying them to our lives with intention and courage, as we strive to create a world where respect and empathy prevail in all our relationships. Number 3, continued lack of respect. Imagine journeying through life alongside someone who persistently neglects your emotions, akin to traversing a labyrinth devoid of a guiding map. In such a relationship, your voice dwindles into obscurity, overshadowed by their boisterous demands, while your needs are faint echoes against their clamor. Acknowledging this perpetual disregard is pivotal. It's not solely about the heated disputes. Rather, it's manifested in the mundane, everyday interactions. Consider this. When you share your thoughts, does your partner genuinely listen? Or do they brush them off as inconsequential? When you reveal your feelings, are they met with understanding, or are they bulldozed akin to a bull rampaging through a china shop? Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in self-awareness and recognizing one's value, teaches us to be cognizant of these nuances. If you consistently feel diminished, unheard, and unvalued, it's a glaring indication of disrespect. It's the subtle, often overlooked gestures that speak volumes. the dismissive eye rolls, the biting sarcasm, the unilateral decisions. These are telltale signs that you're being relegated to a mere piece in their game, rather than being valued as an equal partner. Transitioning from a passive recipient of disrespect to an assertive defender of your self-worth entails more than mere acknowledgement. It necessitates proactive steps. If your conversations are akin to treading on eggshells, where your words are either contorted or disregarded, it's a signal to reassess. Stoicism isn't about enduring adversity impassively. It's about discerning what lies within your sphere of influence. You may not have the power to alter their behavior, but you possess the ability to modify your reaction to it. Voice your feelings with calm yet unwavering conviction. If their tardiness is a recurring issue, don't resign yourself to silence. Articulate how it devalues you. If your viewpoints are consistently overruled, assert yourself. This isn't about inciting conflict. It's about advocating for your dignity. Your emotions are significant. Your perspectives are valuable. You, as an individual, are important. This transcends merely seeking harmony in your relationship. It's about ensuring your voice is not only heard, but also respected. A Stoic is not a passive bystander. A Stoic is someone who comprehends their worth and demands the respect they rightfully deserve. Incorporating a relevant story, consider the tale of Cato the Younger, a renowned Stoic philosopher. Cato was known for his unwavering principles and refusal to succumb to the manipulative tactics of his political adversaries. Despite facing immense pressure and disrespect, Cato consistently stood his ground, embodying the Stoic virtue of resilience in the face of adversity. His life serves as a testament to the importance of maintaining one's dignity and self-respect, even when confronted with continuous disrespect. In conclusion, the lesson for the audience is clear. Recognize the value of your own voice and feelings. Embrace the Stoic principle of understanding what is within your control and taking action to assert your worth. Remember, being Stoic doesn't mean enduring mistreatment. It means standing firm in your self-respect and demanding the dignity you deserve. By doing so, you not only improve your personal relationships but also set a standard for how you should be treated, fostering a life of respect and dignity. Number 4. Lack of reciprocity. In the realm of human relationships, particularly those forged in the fires of affection and companionship, the concept of reciprocity stands as a towering pillar, essential for the sustenance and growth of any meaningful bond. This principle, deeply rooted in the Stoic philosophy, emphasizes the importance of balance and mutual respect, virtues that are as relevant today as they were in ancient times. Consider, for instance, a scenario where you find yourself in a relationship that seems unidirectional in its essence. You are the one constantly pouring your heart out, dedicating your time, offering your undivided attention, and even sharing personal resources like your Netflix password. In stark contrast, the other individual appears to be on the receiving end perpetually, contributing little to nothing in return. This glaring lack of reciprocity is akin to a red flag, furiously waving in the wind, signaling a profound imbalance in your interactions. The Stoic teachings, a beacon of wisdom passed down through ages, guide us to recognize and address such disparities in our relationships. If you observe that you are invariably the initiator, be it in sending good morning texts, planning outings, or lending an empathetic ear to their woes, without experiencing a similar level of engagement from the other side, it's a moment that beckons introspection. This situation poses a critical question. Is this relationship a harmonious two-way street, or does it resemble a solitary one-way path, leading to the realms of emotional exhaustion? To rectify this imbalance, Stoicism advises a journey inward, focusing on self-awareness and personal response rather than attempting to alter the other. It prompts one to introspectively ask, am I inadvertently fostering this imbalance by not voicing my needs and expectations? This introspection is not about meticulously keeping score of who did what, but about nurturing a healthy, reciprocal dynamic. It's crucial to articulate your feelings and needs clearly and assertively. If the other person genuinely values the bond you share, they will undoubtedly strive to restore equilibrium. Conversely, a continued lack of effort on their part might be an indication to reassess the viability of the relationship. In the words of the great Stoic philosopher Seneca, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. This profound insight reminds us that sometimes the fear of confrontation or the discomfort of expressing our needs can be more daunting than the act itself. By embracing the courage to communicate, we not only honor our own well-being, but also give the relationship a chance to evolve into a more balanced and fulfilling partnership. As a modern-day Stoic sage, it is imperative to remember that your peace and well-being are of paramount importance. In the dance of partnership, both individuals should feel equally valued and heard. It's not merely about giving and taking in equal measure, but about fostering an environment where both parties feel respected, understood, and appreciated. This equilibrium is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, be it romantic, platonic, or professional. In conclusion, the lesson of reciprocity in relationships, as taught by Stoicism, is a timeless one. It encourages us to seek balance, practice mutual respect, and ensure that our relationships are nurturing and supportive, rather than draining and one-sided. By applying these ancient principles to our modern lives, we can navigate the complexities of human connections with wisdom, grace, and a sense of fulfillment. You're navigating through these Stoic lessons with the resilience of a true philosopher. If these insights are empowering you to steer clear of manipulation, share your experience in the comments with "I am the master of my choices" or any reflection that resonates with you. Your engagement is the cornerstone of our Stoic in Your Life community. If this video is aligning with your journey, consider subscribing to stay fortified against life's manipulations. Now let's delve deeper into these lessons. Number 5. Diminishing Comments. In the life, diminishing comments are akin to the unseen stones beneath a river's surface. Small, perhaps, but with the potential to disrupt your journey. Picture yourself, brimming with pride over a recent accomplishment, only to be met with a dismissive, "Is that all?" Or sharing your deepest aspirations, only to have them trivialized. These remarks are far from innocuous. They are the subtle machinations of those who wish to anchor you in a sea of self-doubt, meticulously designed to diminish your sense of self-worth, thereby elevating their own stature by comparison. Through the lens of Stoicism, such encounters are not merely obstacles but opportunities for growth and fortitude. Stoicism teaches us that the essence of our philosophy does not lie in the suppression of our emotions but in their comprehension and governance. When confronted with these belittling comments, we are presented with a chance to practice one of Stoicism's most fundamental tenets, concentrating on the elements of our lives that are within our sphere of control, our reactions. Recognize that these derogatory remarks are less a reflection of your own value and more an echo of the speaker's personal insecurities. It's their subconscious admission of feeling intimidated by your achievements. The power to let these words undermine your confidence or to see them for the manifestations of another's inner conflict that they are, lies within your hands. How should you respond? With a stoic calm and self-assurance that refuses to be shaken. A true Stoic does not lower themselves to engage in trivial verbal skirmishes. Rather, they stand steadfast in their knowledge of their own worth, choosing to invest their energy in positive relationships with those who genuinely offer support and encouragement. Viewed through the Stoic perspective, life is far too valuable to be overshadowed by the insecurities of others. Preserve your inner tranquility and let your deeds be your voice. In the Stoic quest for self-improvement, remember that your self-esteem is not a plaything at the mercy of others' manipulation. It is instead your bastion, your source of strength, impervious to the caprices of those who would seek to use you to their advantage. Consider the tale of Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, who once suffered the indignity of a public mocking. While he was reading aloud in a marketplace, a passerby snidely remarked, "All that learning, yet you still know nothing." Unperturbed, Zeno responded with a serene smile. Indeed, every day I discover how much more there is to learn. This story exemplifies the Stoic virtue of equanimity in the face of derision. Zeno's response was not one of anger or defensiveness, but of humble acknowledgement of his own journey of continuous learning. It teaches us that true wisdom lies in recognizing our own perpetual growth, rather than in the approval or disapproval of others. In conclusion, as we navigate the complexities of life, let us embrace the Stoic principles of self-reflection, control over our reactions, and the pursuit of personal growth. By doing so, we empower ourselves to rise above the diminishing comments and any form of manipulation, safeguarding our inner peace and continuing on our path with unwavering resilience and dignity. Remember, in the face of adversity, our response is our strength and our journey of self-improvement is our own to define. Let this Stoic wisdom guide you in transforming challenges into stepping stones toward a more fulfilled and unshakable existence. Number 6. Lack of genuine support. In the realm of meaningful relationships, the cornerstone is undoubtedly genuine support. Picture it as having a steadfast ally, a personal cheerleader who accompanies you through the peaks and valleys of life. However, the absence of this support is akin to navigating a tightrope without the safety of a net beneath. You step forward, yearning for a word of encouragement or a supportive hand, only to be greeted by an echoing void. This lack, glaring and unmistakable, is a red flag in any relationship, hinting that you may be perceived not as a partner in mutual growth, but rather as a mere rung on someone else's ladder to success. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This wisdom resonates profoundly when considering the nature of genuine support. It isn't about perpetual agreement or unceasing cheerleading. Rather, it's about having someone in your corner who values your aspirations as they do their own. In the absence of this, your achievements and challenges are relegated to the background, insignificant to them. They may physically be present, nodding along to your narratives, yet their minds wander far away. These individuals are akin to shadows, present in your moments of sunshine but disappearing at the first sign of a storm. Engaging in such relationships can be incredibly draining, leaving you feeling isolated in your pursuits. It's vital to recognize these patterns. When your joys and sorrows are met with indifference or insincere words, it's a signal to reassess the depth and trajectory of the connection. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, advised, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This suggests that to flourish, one must surround themselves with people who genuinely invest in your well-being. The goal is not to gather yes-men or women, but to find those who challenge and elevate you, who celebrate your successes and stand by you in your setbacks. In today's world, where relationships can often be superficial, fostering connections rooted in mutual respect and genuine interest is not just refreshing, it's imperative. These are the bonds that not only endure the test of time, but also drive you forward, enriching your life with a sense of shared purpose and understanding. As you navigate the modern hustle, remember the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control, the choice of who you allow into your inner circle. Cultivate relationships that are authentic and supportive, for they are the ones that truly matter in the journey of life. Number 7. Broken promises. We often encounter individuals who master the art of eloquence, painting vivid pictures with their words and making promises as if they were handing out gifts. These individuals, akin to skilled magicians of dialogue, craft narratives so compelling that we're drawn into their web of words, mesmerized by the promise of actions that never materialize. This phenomenon, which I like to call the illusion of investment, is a cunning performance where words are used as glittering distractions, masking the absence of genuine commitment or tangible action. It's a reminder that in the realm of human interaction, not all that glitters is gold, and the true measure of a person's intent and dedication is not found in the eloquence of their promises, but in the steadfastness of their actions. Actions are the currency of truth in a world where words can be as fleeting as shadows. They are the bedrock upon which trust and sincerity are built. When promises are made with the ease of drawing breath but are seldom honored, it serves as a beacon, urging us to scrutinize the pattern of behavior before us. Is there a consistent discrepancy between what is said and what is done? If the answer is yes, then it's time to question the authenticity of these promises. It's akin to planning to build a home with someone who provides exquisite blueprints but never appears at the construction site. A foundation of trust cannot be erected on words alone. It requires the concrete of actions to solidify it. In this context, being discerning is not synonymous with cynicism. Rather, it is a form of wisdom. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This sentiment echoes the importance of aligning actions with words, a principle that is fundamental in building and maintaining trustful relationships. When there's a glaring mismatch between someone's words and their actions, it's a glaring red flag, signaling that their investment might be more in the portrayal of support rather than in the act of providing it genuinely. By recognizing these patterns, we arm ourselves with the knowledge needed to make informed decisions about who we allow into our personal sanctum. Our time, energy, and emotional investment are among the most precious commodities we possess. They deserve to be allocated to individuals who not only articulate their intentions, but also follow through with actions that resonate with sincerity and integrity. This discernment allows us to cultivate relationships that are not merely superficial constructs of words, but are fortified by actions that speak louder than any promise could. In essence, the journey of navigating through the complexities of human interactions is enriched by our ability to see beyond the facade of words. It teaches us the value of actions as the true testament of character and intent. As we continue to explore the vast landscapes of relationships and interactions, let us be guided by the wisdom of Stoicism, which encourages us to seek authenticity in ourselves and others. By doing so, we not only protect our well-being, but also foster environments where trust and sincerity flourish, paving the way for deeper, more meaningful connections. Number 8. Unilateral benefit. In the intricate dance of human relationships, we often find ourselves on a precarious path, akin to walking a tightrope, where the equilibrium between giving and receiving is perpetually tested. This delicate balance is most threatened in the presence of unilateral benefit, a scenario reminiscent of a solitary rower in a boat, tirelessly propelling forward, while another sits back, enjoying the journey without contributing to the labor. Picture yourself as the perennial giver, the one who consistently extends support, time, and resources, only to be met with a resounding silence when you find yourself in need. This scenario isn't merely a testament to generosity, but a stark indication of being undervalued and overlooked. Stoicism, with its profound wisdom, advocates for mutual respect and equilibrium as the cornerstone of any thriving relationship. The philosophy teaches us that our value does not diminish with our willingness to give, nor does it inflate with our capacity to receive. It's crucial to recognize and address this imbalance, understanding that setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but a profound declaration of self-respect. Engaging in candid conversations to identify those willing to recalibrate this balance is essential. Those who show reluctance in reciprocating are not losses but opportunities, openings for individuals who genuinely appreciate and value your presence in their lives. In the realm of relationships, quality invariably surpasses quantity. You are not merely a resource to be tapped into, but a person worthy of a reciprocal, balanced connection. Do not resign yourself to the role of a solitary performer in the vast theater of life. You are deserving of a supportive ensemble, a team that uplifts and sustains you through the vicissitudes of existence. After all, growth is not a solitary endeavor, but a collective journey, enriched by the contributions and support of those around us. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." This metaphor beautifully encapsulates the essence of mutual benefit in relationships. Just as a bee thrives on the collective well-being of its swarm, so too do we flourish when our relationships are characterized by mutual support and respect. In today's fast-paced world, where the lines between genuine connections and superficial interactions are increasingly blurred, the Stoic lesson of seeking balance and mutual respect in relationships is more relevant than ever. It serves as a guiding light, urging us to cultivate relationships that are not only fulfilling, but also reflective of our worth and dignity. As we navigate the complexities of human connections, let us be mindful of the quality of these interactions, striving always for a harmonious balance that fosters growth, respect, and mutual support. Remember, the journey of life is not meant to be a solo voyage, but a shared adventure, enriched by the presence of those who truly value and appreciate us. Number 9. Unilateral Conversations. Picture yourself in a scenario where you're engaged in what seems like a dialogue, but soon realize it's more of a monologue. You're there, lending a patient ear, nodding, and offering affirmations. Yet the moment you interject with your thoughts, there's a palpable shift. Your words seem to fall on deaf ears, or even worse, the conversation is swiftly steered back to the other person's favorite topic, themselves. This situation is akin to playing a game of tennis with a partner who never lets you serve. It's exasperating, isn't it? If this rings a bell, it's time for a moment of Stoic reflection. Stoicism, as we explore on our channel, Stoic Flow, isn't about passive endurance. It's about recognizing and asserting your inherent worth with a calm confidence. In these lopsided conversations, remember, you are not merely a backdrop for someone else's soliloquy. You are an individual with your own intricate mosaic of experiences and perspectives. The next time you find yourself marginalized in a conversation, try to gently redirect it towards a more balanced exchange. If your attempts are evaded, it's a clear indicator that the other person is seeking an audience, not a dialogue. It's crucial to remember that in the symphony of conversation, your voice is not merely an echo, but a distinct melody that deserves its moment in the spotlight. As Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." In the context of our discussion, this means recognizing the beauty and value of your own voice and ensuring it finds its rightful place in the constellation of conversation. Stand firm in your self-worth and don't hesitate to seek the equilibrium that every meaningful interaction should embody. A true conversation is a two-way street, where both parties share and listen, creating a harmonious balance of give and take. By embracing this Stoic lesson, you empower yourself not only to avoid being manipulated in conversations, but also to cultivate relationships grounded in mutual respect and understanding. Remember, your story, your insights, and your perspectives are unique and valuable. Let them shine forth in your interactions, just as the stars shine in the vastness of the night sky. Number 10. Constant competition. Next, we delve into the concept of constant competition, a subtle yet pervasive challenge in our interactions. This phenomenon occurs when relationships transform into a silent game of tallying favors and kindnesses, where every gesture is weighed and measured not for its sincerity, but for what it can yield in return. It's a world where generosity comes with a hidden invoice, and every act of kindness is a transaction in disguise. Seneca, the esteemed Stoic philosopher, cautioned us against such imbalances in our relationships. He emphasized the value of genuine connections over calculated exchanges, warning us of the dangers of treating interactions as mere transactions. In this silent scoring game, one is left feeling perpetually indebted, as if every gesture has invisible strings attached, morphing what should be genuine friendships into mere ledger entries. To navigate this treacherous terrain, the key lies in awareness and the establishment of boundaries. Recognize that your value as a person is not contingent upon what you can contribute to someone else's tally. Instead, strive to build relationships founded on mutual respect and support. True Stoic wisdom teaches us to cherish connections for their sincerity, not their utility. By adopting this mindset, you embrace the essence of Stoicism, fostering relationships that enrich both your life and the lives of others, free from the burden of hidden scores. As we reach the midpoint of our journey, it's a testament to your commitment to self-improvement. I encourage you to share your experiences and insights. Your engagement is the lifeblood of our community. And if this message resonates with you, consider subscribing to stay connected with our growing family of seekers. The story of two friends, Alex and Jordan. Alex always kept a mental ledger of favors and expected the same in return. Jordan, on the other hand, offered help without expecting anything back. Over time, Alex's constant scorekeeping strained their friendship, leading to a rift. It was only when Alex embraced the Stoic principle of valuing genuine connections over transactions that their friendship healed, becoming stronger and more authentic. In conclusion, the lesson here is profound yet simple. Cultivate relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect, not on what you can gain from them. As Stoics, we must strive to form bonds that are free from the constraints of silent scorekeeping, embracing the true value of friendship and connection. This approach not only enriches our lives, but also aligns us with the core principles of Stoicism, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced existence. Number 11. Emotional manipulation. Let's reflect on the profound words of Marcus Aurelius, a stalwart of Stoic philosophy. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This powerful statement is a shield against the subtle yet pervasive forces of emotional manipulation that we might encounter in various aspects of our lives, be it in relationships, friendships, or the workplace. Picture yourself in a situation where your confidence is slowly eroding. This isn't due to a change within you, but rather, it's the result of someone else's hidden agenda to manipulate your emotions for their gain. The manipulator, often disguised as a friend or ally, is adept at eroding your self-esteem. They use a cunning blend of praise and criticism, subtly making you reliant on their approval and validation. This tactic is more than a mere breach of trust. It's a direct attack on your autonomy, a fundamental concept in Stoic philosophy. To counteract this, it's crucial to adopt the Stoic practices of self-awareness and personal sovereignty. Trust your instincts and be mindful of your interactions. If you find yourself feeling more drained than uplifted after engaging with someone, it's a sign to be cautious. This awareness is the first step towards reclaiming your power. Remember, boundaries are not mere lines in the sand. They are the robust walls of your mental fortress. Assert your values, question inconsistencies, and, most importantly, surround yourself with people who respect and foster your growth. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom teaches us that our mental space is under our control. By safeguarding it, we not only honor ourselves but also embody the Stoic virtue of self-control in the face of emotional manipulation. Your peace of mind is an invaluable treasure. Protect it with the vigilance of a Stoic warrior, and remember that in the face of manipulation, your greatest weapon is the sovereignty over your own mind. As we navigate through these challenges, let's also draw inspiration from another Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, who said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." In the context of emotional manipulation, this means recognizing that while we cannot control the actions of others, we have the power to control our reactions and maintain our inner peace. In conclusion, emotional manipulation is a subtle yet powerful force that can undermine our confidence and autonomy. By embracing the Stoic principles of self-awareness, personal sovereignty, and self-control, we can fortify ourselves against such influences. Let's remember the words of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus as guiding lights on this journey, reminding us of the strength and resilience that lie within our control. As we continue to explore these Stoic lessons, let's carry with us the wisdom of these ancient philosophers, applying their teachings to the modern challenges we face. Number 12. Making you feel guilty. In the realm of manipulation, guilt emerges as a master manipulator's most potent weapon. This tactic is insidious, preying on your inherent goodness and twisting it into a perpetual sense of indebtedness. Imagine hearing phrases like, "After all I've done for you," or "I thought you cared about me," These words are designed to convert every act of kindness into an unrequested debt, a psychological chain that binds you to the whims of another. However, it's crucial to recognize that you are under no obligation to surrender your time or energy simply because someone else deems it their due. Prioritizing your own needs isn't an act of selfishness. Rather, it's a necessary step toward self-respect. Mastering the art of refusal is key here. It's about honoring your own boundaries, understanding that your kindness is not a currency to be expended at the behest of others. Stoicism, a philosophy that has weathered the storms of time, offers profound insight into this dilemma. It teaches us the importance of not allowing others to hijack our emotions. When someone employs guilt to influence your actions, they are essentially attempting to seize control of your emotional steering wheel. The Stoic response? Do not yield. Pause and reflect. Am I acting on my own volition, or am I being coerced by feelings of obligation? Stoicism champions action rooted in reason, not compulsion. It encourages us to remain faithful to our true selves. If an action feels coerced, it likely strays from the path of authenticity. Trust your instincts. You possess the ultimate authority over your reactions, and at times, the most empowering response is a simple, resolute no. This principle transcends mere avoidance of manipulation. It's about crafting a life that is authentically yours, unswayed by the manipulative currents of guilt. As Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. This wisdom rings true in the face of manipulation. By exercising control over our reactions and emotions, we fortify ourselves against the subtle invasions of guilt and manipulation. In our modern lives, where obligations and expectations constantly bombard us, this lesson is particularly relevant. The ability to discern between genuine responsibility and manipulative coercion is vital. It's about aligning our actions with our values, not with the expectations imposed upon us. The Stoic approach is not just a defense mechanism, it's a proactive strategy for living a life that's true to oneself, a life where decisions are made not out of guilt, but out of genuine desire and reason. In conclusion, the Stoic lesson in dealing with guilt manipulation is clear. Recognize the tactic, understand your worth, and respond not with emotional impulsivity, but with reasoned self-respect. By doing so, you not only avoid being manipulated, but you also embark on a journey towards a more authentic, self-directed life. Number 13. Lack of personal interest. Imagine engaging in a conversation that feels akin to playing tennis against a wall. Your words, filled with thoughts and emotions, are like the tennis ball, constantly being hit towards the wall, expecting a return. But instead they just bounce back unacknowledged. This analogy perfectly encapsulates the essence of a one-sided relationship, where your role is reduced to a mere backdrop for someone else's monologue. It's as if you're pouring your heart into a bottomless pit, hoping for an echo only to be met with a deafening silence. This experience transcends the mere act of being heard. It's about the fundamental need for acknowledgement and validation in human interactions. A genuine conversation should resemble a harmonious dance of words, where there's a balanced exchange, a give and take that enriches both parties involved. However, when you consistently find yourself being sidelined in discussions, it's a glaring indication of a deeper issue. It's not just a matter of poor communication skills. It's a sign that you're being treated as a sounding board, rather than a valued participant in a meaningful dialogue. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of inner resilience and personal ethics, teaches us the significance of mutual respect and empathy in all forms of relationships. If you find yourself in a situation where your contributions are consistently ignored or undervalued, it's a critical moment to reassess the health and worth of that connection. Remember, your voice deserves more than to echo in a void. It warrants a platform where it's not only heard, but also appreciated and responded to. In addressing this imbalance, Stoicism advises us to focus on what is within our control. In this context, it's the choice of whom we engage with in conversation. If your attempts at genuine communication consistently fall on deaf ears, it might be prudent to redirect your efforts towards individuals who truly value and listen to what you have to say. This isn't an act of surrender. Rather, it's a strategic decision to invest your emotional energy where it's more likely to yield a positive and reciprocal response. It's an act of self-respect to seek out and nurture relationships where your thoughts and feelings are not only acknowledged, but also treasured. Your personal experiences and emotions are not mere subplots in someone else's narrative. They are the core of your unique story, deserving of a stage where they're not only heard, but also resonated with equal intensity and interest. By choosing to share your life's narrative where it's valued, you're not only practicing self-respect but also aligning with the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within your control, the choice of your company. In conclusion, this lesson teaches us the importance of recognizing and addressing one-sided relationships. It encourages us to seek out and cherish connections where mutual respect and empathy are the foundations. As Stoics, we are reminded to focus on what we can control, our choices and actions. By doing so, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute positively to the lives of those around us. Remember, your story is significant, and sharing it where it's valued is not just a choice, but a testament to your self-worth. Number 14, selective availability. Now, we delve into the concept of selective availability, a subtle yet potent form of manipulation, often masked by the hustle of a busy life. Picture yourself as the ever-reliable individual, always on call, ever ready to leap into action at their beck and call. Your presence is a beacon of constancy, akin to a lighthouse piercing the dark night. Yet when the roles are reversed, the contrast is stark. Their availability to you is as fleeting and unpredictable as the rare sighting of a shooting star, always on their own terms. This isn't merely a case of conflicting schedules. It's a deliberate strategy, a calculated move. They maintain you at a comfortable distance, deftly controlling the rhythm and flow of your relationship. You find yourself unwittingly participating in a dance choreographed by them, where your messages vanish into the ether of the digital world, and your calls meet only the cold embrace of silence. When they do choose to connect, it's often driven by self-interest, relegating you to a mere accessory in the narrative of their life. This lopsided dynamic gradually erodes your sense of self-worth, planting seeds of doubt and uncertainty. Questions begin to surface. Are you truly valued? Do your efforts even register on their radar? It is here that the timeless wisdom of Stoicism offers a beacon of clarity and empowerment. Stoicism, with its emphasis on perception, encourages us to view situations in their true light, cutting through the haze of emotional turmoil. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to recognize and affirm our own value, independent of external validation. It reminds us that our worth is not anchored to the whims and fancies of others. We are urged to engage in the Stoic practice of self-reflection, examining the dynamics of our relationships not with resentment but with lucid, unclouded judgment. This process is not about erecting barriers. It's about establishing healthy boundaries, recognizing that mutual respect and reciprocal effort are the bedrock of any meaningful relationship. In this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, it's crucial to remember that you are the artisan of your own self-worth. You are not merely a passive character in someone else's story, but the author of your own narrative. As the renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In the context of selective availability, this serves as a reminder to listen to our own inner voice and the truths it speaks, rather than being swayed by the inconsistent attentions of others. In conclusion, the lesson of selective availability in the realm of Stoicism is a call to self-awareness and empowerment. It teaches us to recognize manipulation masked as busyness, to value ourselves independently, and to establish boundaries rooted in mutual respect. As we navigate through the complexities of relationships, let us hold fast to the Stoic principles of perception, self-reflection, and self-worth. ensuring that we remain the sculptors of our destiny, not mere spectators in the stories of others. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, your thread is of equal importance, and your pattern is yours to weave. Number 8. Unilateral benefit. In the intricate dance of human relationships, we often find ourselves on a precarious path, akin to walking a tightrope, where the equilibrium between giving and receiving is perpetually tested. This delicate balance is most threatened in the presence of unilateral benefit, a scenario reminiscent of a solitary rower in a boat, tirelessly propelling forward, while another sits back, enjoying the journey without contributing to the labor. Picture yourself as the perennial giver, the one who consistently extends support, time, and resources, only to be met with a resounding silence when you find yourself in need. This scenario isn't merely a testament to generosity, but a stark indication of being undervalued and overlooked. Stoicism, with its profound wisdom, advocates for mutual respect and equilibrium as the cornerstone of any thriving relationship. The philosophy teaches us that our value does not diminish with our willingness to give, nor does it inflate with our capacity to receive. It's crucial to recognize and address this imbalance, understanding that setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but a profound declaration of self-respect. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes authenticity and living in accordance with one's principles, guides us in these situations. It encourages us to bravely distance ourselves from those who view relationships as mere conveniences. Instead, we should gravitate towards bonds that are anchored in honesty and mutual growth. Such relationships don't just offer companionship, they provide a platform for personal and collective development. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This wisdom resonates profoundly in the context of relationships. We should seek connections that allow us to cherish the present moment, free from the anxiety of unreciprocated efforts and the uncertainty of superficial bonds. Modern life, with its rapid pace and digital interactions, often blurs the line between genuine connections and superficial ones. In this era, it becomes even more crucial to apply Stoic principles to discern the nature of our relationships. We must strive to cultivate connections that are not just based on convenience or superficial interactions, but are rooted in shared values and mutual respect. To navigate these waters, one must be vigilant and introspective. Reflect on the nature of your interactions. Are they enriching your life and aligning with your principles? Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-awareness and the courage to make choices that resonate with our core values. By doing so, we not only enrich our own lives but also contribute positively to the lives of those we connect with. In conclusion, superficial closeness is a common pitfall in modern relationships, but it is one that can be avoided by applying the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. By seeking authenticity, mutual respect, and genuine connection in our relationships, we align ourselves with the Stoic pursuit of a meaningful and principled life. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. In the context of superficial relationships, the best response is to be unlike those who value convenience over depth, and to instead foster connections that are true, deep, and mutually enriching. Number 16. Betrayal. In the realm of human connections, betrayal is a treacherous undercurrent, often undetected until it's too late. It's akin to a stealthy vine that entwines itself around the sturdy pillars of trust, gradually eroding their strength. The question arises, how can one detect this subtle menace? Awareness stands as your primary shield. Observe the dynamics of your interactions closely. Is there a recurring pattern where you find yourself constantly giving while the other party perpetually takes? This situation can be likened to an emotional tug-of-war, leaving you exhausted and unfulfilled. However, recognizing the problem is only half the battle. The next step is to take decisive action. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of perception and response, offers valuable guidance in these situations. It empowers you to control your perception and reaction to such betrayals. If you sense betrayal in your relationships, approach it with the serenity and wisdom of a Stoic. Engage in open communication, but also establish clear boundaries. This approach is not about assigning blame, but understanding the dynamics and making informed decisions about your future. Will you mend the fractures or will you start afresh? The decision is yours, but it should be made with careful consideration. Remember, your emotional health is of utmost importance. You possess the inner strength to choose a path that resonates with your core values and self-respect. To illustrate this, let's consider the story of Cato the Younger, a renowned Stoic philosopher. Cato was known for his unwavering principles and his refusal to be manipulated by the political machinations of his time. Despite facing betrayal and deceit from his peers, Cato remained steadfast in his beliefs, demonstrating the quintessential Stoic virtue of resilience in the face of adversity. His story teaches us the importance of staying true to our values, even when others may seek to sway us from our path. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. Cultivate awareness in your relationships, take proactive steps to address imbalances, and always prioritize your emotional well-being. By doing so, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with the poise and clarity of a true Stoic, ensuring a life that is not only fulfilling but also aligned with your deepest values and principles. As we conclude our exploration of the 16 Stoic lessons to avoid being manipulated, remember that the essence of Stoicism is not just in understanding these lessons, but in applying them to our daily lives. It's about cultivating resilience, awareness, and a sense of control over our own actions and reactions. If today's insights have enlightened you, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. By turning on notifications, you ensure that you never miss out on our future videos, each designed to further your journey in Stoicism and personal growth. Your engagement is more than just support for the channel. It's a step towards building a community of like-minded individuals devoted to the principles of Stoicism. So, let's keep the conversation going. Drop a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences related to today's topic. Your insights not only enrich our discussions but also help others in their Stoic journey. Unsure of what to say? A simple comment like "Stoic in your life" goes a long way in showing your support and enthusiasm for our content. Thank you for joining us in this session. Remember, the path of Stoicism is a journey, not a destination. Stay Stoic, stay enlightened, and continue to grow with us. Until next time, keep embodying the Stoic spirit in every aspect of your life.